Good morning, everyone. It is now Wednesday, February 21st. Lisa Lydia Scott here with you, talking record-breaking temperatures possibly today. We'll get to that in a minute. But first, I want to remind you, of course, we're live on Facebook every weekday morning. Stays on your Facebook feed throughout the day, so watch it whenever it works for you. We make it into a podcast as well. You can go to inform.com/podcast. Look for the Inform Minute or anywhere you find your podcast. Plus, we would love it if you check us out on all of our social media platforms.
That's right. Going to be a nice day today. Looking forward to that. It's kind of on repeat.
Yes, we're in and out of clouds right now. I expect those clouds to kind of break up a little bit more this afternoon and have a mostly sunny day. Temp near 50 for your afternoon high, which would be enough to set a new record. So the record today in Fargo is 49 from 1981. It's 48 from the same year up in Grand Forks at the National Weather Service specifically. We're forecasting 42 for Grand Forks. Clouds are a little more stubborn up north, and I think that could impact some of our afternoon warming in those areas. But we're forecasting 50 down south here in Fargo. So we'll watch those numbers closely. Could be a record-setting day. The other exciting thing about today is that it's our first 6 p.m. sunset of the season. Yeah, the sun not setting until 6 o'clock. It's noticeably staying lighter a little later. And then I was digging around. We've got time change coming up, but in 3 weeks from today, our sunset is 7:30.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Love that.
Big difference. So very spring-like feel today. We'll go a little cooler tomorrow at 45, still not bad, but it will be windy, so it won't feel as great outside. Out of the west-northwest, like 10 to 25 miles an hour. That's a decent wind. Then a cold front drops in Thursday night into Friday. Could touch off maybe a flurry here or there. I don't expect any accumulation or problems. If you're trying to hit the road on Friday, should be just fine. But it will be a cooler and breezy day. High only at 35. Which is putting it into perspective because that's still 10 degrees above average for this time of year, but 35 will feel different than the 50 and lack of wind for today. So a little bit of that cooler feel then on Friday. It's short-lived. We're right back up into the 50s Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I think some spots could flirt with 60 on Monday.
Wow.
We'll see. Timing of sunshine, clouds, all of those good things will be a big impact, a big player into what that specific temperature ends up being, but it looks lovely into Monday. Tuesday is our day of change. We cool off, chance of rain. We'll have to watch out the timing of the rain, where our temperatures are sitting. If we can mix in a little snow on Wednesday, it's possible, but I don't expect any snowstorm activity as of right now in our area. The snowstorm maybe you're hearing about on social media looks to stay down to our south. So that's that for next week. It will cool off next week, down closer to about 30. And then I've got 40s again for the first day of March. So our little cool downs here are just baby steps backwards. They're not like a big, no long stretches. Right now I have like 45 or 47 for March 1st, next Friday.
All right. Well, we can deal with that.
That's not bad for Dairy Queen opening on March 1st. That's what I always think.
Another thing to look forward to.
March 1st, So last year on March 1st, we had 13 inches of snow.
Oh my goodness.
In one day. Yeah, it was some of the worst in-town driving I've ever done, and I had the pickup. It was nasty. My husband had a snowblower driveway before I could even get into the garage because it drifted so bad.
Yeah, holy buckets.
Very different March 1st this year is in line. Okay, beautiful day. Enjoy it.
All right, Lydia,
Thanks,
thank
Lydia.
you. All right, well, of course, usually we are shoveling snow, like kind of Lydia just said there, but this year, golf courses actually opening up because it's so nice out. We know the Leonard Country Club is opening up today, and then also this week, Lakeview Golf Course in Detroit Lake's opening up this weekend. So if you have the itch to get out and golf, you have a couple opportunities there, so see if you can get a tee time booked.
Another finance director is leaving the city of West Fargo. Heidi DeLorme has submitted her letter of resignation. Her final day will be tomorrow. In that letter, she did not give a clear reason for leaving, but she was just hired last May, actually after the last person resigned from the position, Judith Ofdahl, and that actually came during a mass exodus of department heads in West Fargo. Of course, kind of a big shakeup. You can read the timeline and what this means for the city of West Fargo on our website right now, inform.com.
All right, calls for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas are growing, including here in Fargo. More than 70 people packed into this week's county commission or city commission meeting with signs and banners. They talked a lot, pleaded for like over 20 minutes during the public comment portion of the meeting about why there should be a declaration of a ceasefire. Mayor Tim Mahoney promised some action, but he actually didn't give specifics on what that could look like. Groups have been petitioning elected leaders both in Fargo and Moorhead for a ceasefire resolution since January. Other major cities across the U.S. like Chicago and Seattle have already called for a ceasefire in Gaza.
And talking Fargo City Commission, Commissioner John Strand announced he's going to be seeking a third term. He made that announcement at this week's City Commission meeting. He says he wants to focus on affordable housing, which includes offsetting rising rental costs and addressing homelessness here in the metro.
And that's going to be starting as soon as today because the City of Fargo and Fargo Cast Public Health are co-hosting a community conversation to help end homelessness here in the metro. This kind of renewed push follows two recent fires that broke out under the Veterans Memorial Bridge at homeless encampments. There was going to be two meetings today. The first at 1 o'clock, that's going to be at the Fargo City Commission chambers. The second will be tonight at the Fargo Theater at 7 o'clock.
Hot Mic with Dom Izzo coming up this morning, 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and Inform.com. The road to the state girls basketball tournament saw its first big upset. Dom's going to talk about how Northern Cass is now on the doorstep of a trip to Minot. Plus, the Bison men's basketball team has just 4 games left, and they can still win the Summit League. Head coach Dave Richmond is going to join the show to preview Thursday's big game against St. Thomas. Hot Mic coming up 9 to 11.
And don't forget, for 99 cents a month for your first 3 months, you can get an all-access pass to Inform.com. Go there, check it out. Just go to Inform.com/subscribe to get that deal.
Thank you so much for joining us. Our next newscast at 11. We'll be back tomorrow morning for more First News, 5 to 7 a.m.
Have a good day.